What a turnout. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you for joining us on this truly historic day for the Boca Grande Preschool. Before I talk, I want to just say a few thanks to our Special Events Committee who put this all together, and Chris Ganong, their leader. Thank you very much. This is spectacular. And I also want to mention our amazing treasurer, who also is our fashion consultant. He's come up with these shirts, which I think are going to be a great demand on Boca Grande. So put your orders in. We've got a whole new sales channel for raising revenue, I think. Today's groundbreaking is far more than the start of a simple construction project. It's really the beginning of a vibrant new chapter for our children, our families, and what I call the hidden heartbeat of our island community. We experience this heartbeat almost everywhere on the island. Every shop, every restaurant, business, service has talented people who couldn't be here without a loving educational place for their children to thrive. The difference between our Boca Grande community and a retirement community is indeed our preschool and the island school. They're both our hidden heartbeat. I want to extend a special note of thanks to the Nicholas family. There's nothing more scarce on an island than land, and even scarcer than land on an island is commercial land. Commercial land is the only thing a preschool can be built on. In the wake of the hurricane's devastation, your family gift was a lifeline back to the island. You and every supporter gathered here today, and many others who couldn't be here today, joined that lifeline to ensure that the preschool's 38-year history on this island isn't just preserved, but will flourish for generations to come. We are profoundly grateful. Thank you. Thank you to all of you. To honor this collective spirit, the preschool will establish a founder's plaque. This historic record will include all contributors to the capital campaign as of today's groundbreaking. It will stand permanently within the new halls as a testament to the leadership, the kindness, and the community's strength that broke ground today. While our ceremony may be small, although it's bigger than I thought it was going to be, please know that the impact of all of your presence here today is going to be felt by every family that calls Boca Grande their island home. In a moment, you'll hear from the people who have guided this particular project with expertise and tireless dedication. Dennis Malumian, who leads our building committee, Tim Krebs, our brilliant architect who so generously has donated his time and his expertise, Vicki Winterer, who led our development committee, and Kelly Carpenter, our fearless director of the preschool. These individuals, along with many others, have carried us to this milestone and will continue to lead us to the day we finally open these doors at the new Boca Grande Preschool. Thank you for your trust, your partnership, your unwavering belief in what this school represents. It is truly an honor to stand with you as we break ground on the future of the Boca Grande Preschool. Thank you. And please welcome Dennis Malumian.
Thank you. This is truly a labor of love for these little darlings, from my perspective. And if you give me a minute, I want to give you a little description of what our plan is for this property. The original building is composed of two components. The older house, more historic property, and then next to that is the newer garage addition that was built in the 80s to accommodate, I think, a tractor repair facility. Our plan is to sever the two, and we're going to pick up the old house and move it 14 feet in this direction, and then we're going to raise both buildings 3 feet for flood mitigation reasons. Then we're going to reconnect them by putting a new building in between them, and creating a building that's now twice as big as what we have here. Outside, over here, we'll have 2 playgrounds, one for the infants and one for the toddlers. And those playgrounds will be raised so that at the same level as the floor of the new building. Surrounding the playgrounds will be a 6-foot masonry wall topped by 2 feet of lattice to provide security and privacy for the children. Outside of the wall on 3rd Street, there'll be parking for staff, and where most of you are sitting will be a beautiful new rain garden designed by Mary Ellen Flanagan that will serve as a significant stormwater management feature, but perhaps more importantly, will be dedicated as a living tribute to Sarah Farish, who was an avid supporter of the preschool. Due to its commercial zoning and more specifically the precious nature of its intended inhabitants, Lee County has been particularly diligent, it's the kindest way I can put it, in its review of our zoning, our historic preservation and land use applications, which has resulted in a rather lengthy and arduous process. However, I'm delighted to say that as of a meeting early this morning in Fort Myers that we had with Lee County officials and staff, we have been cleared and are slated for all the approvals that we need to proceed. So we're now, thank you. We're now in the process of interviewing and selecting and awarding the construction contract, which will allow us to proceed for the real groundbreaking within the next few weeks. With any luck, during the upcoming hurricane season, knock on something, we anticipate reconvening here with all of you fine folks in a little less than a year for the ribbon cutting.
Wow.
If you will allow me to acknowledge and thank the team that's been working so hard on this project so far, in addition to certainly the board of the preschool and the volunteer members of the preschool building committee, Andy Fox, Neely Kuntz, Holly Cowan, Angela Steffen, and Kelly Carpenter. And we wouldn't be here without architect Tim Krebs and his associates who designed this charming new school and who has donated all of his services, as you heard. In a moment, Tim will describe his vision to you. I also owe a huge thanks to Gloria Sago, who is our planner and historic preservation consultant, who also donated her invaluable services to the preschool. And thanks also to Ryan Shute, Kyle Knight, Lindsay Rodriguez, and Matt Lindenhall from Morris Depew, our civil engineers, Richard Aiken, our land use attorney, and Mary Ellen Flanagan, our landscape designer, who also generously donated her services. So thank you to all of you. Now, may I introduce you to Tim.
Good afternoon. Dennis kind of stole my thunder. He described the project to you already. So while I have the mic, a priest, a nun, and a rabbi walk into a bar. It's been my pleasure to do this. Be surrounded by the positive energy everybody's created. It's fantastic. It's so overwhelming, and it makes life easy. I can't think of much else to describe other than what Dennis has said. We wanted to do all that and then kind of weave it all into the fabric of the historic district. And all regarding the building itself, it has some solar power. I'm trying to think of what else we could think of. It's got everything you want, put it that way. And it's been a pleasure to work with everyone.
I'm going to stand up. I have to stand up because I can speak better. Anyway, how exciting it's been to be part of this project. I really have been thrilled to be on the team, and I can't thank all of you who are here today because so many of the supporters of the preschool joined me in making donations that ensured that this new school will become a reality, and sooner than I expected, I just heard. So that's wonderful, Dennis. We've raised nearly $3 million in gifts and pledges for the construction of this new state-of-the-art building. The new building will meet all the state codes and still fit beautifully into this historic neighborhood. These funds that we've raised, the $3 million we've raised, have also helped us make some progress towards a meaningful endowment, that the endowment will provide a long-term safety net for the financial stability of the school. I think after we get the building built, you're going to hear more about that endowment fund, but we thought we'd better get the building built first and the children back on the island. So thanks to Ginny Nicholas and her family and you generous donors to the New Beginnings Fund, young families who live and work on Boca Grande will have a special place to begin their lives of growing and learning, and I'm going to cry. Anyway, it's very exciting. Thank you for providing a new home for the very youngest members of our community. And at once, I can't. You all make it possible. Thank you. And I've really enjoyed it, Jeff.
Are there any questions, I guess? Oh, of course. Questions?
I was okay with this.
No.
Trust me.
I can give you another joke.
Oh, God would love. So I'm Kelly Carpenter. I'm the director of the preschool. And when I came to interview for this position, I met with 3 lovely ladies who at that time were on the advisory board for the preschool. And they were welcoming, and we had wonderful conversation. They shared information about the preschool, and I shared information about myself, and it was probably the best interview I'd ever had. And I knew this was where I wanted to be. Sorry.
I get it.
Since then, we've been through 3 hurricanes and many ups and downs and changes. But through it all, the board and staff and families and community have all stayed with us and supported us, and we're very, very grateful for that. I told myself I wasn't going to get emotional. I can't help it. We're so excited to be coming back to the island, everyone, staff and families, and we're so thrilled to be coming back to such a beautiful, well-designed facility. It will be wonderful for our families to be able to drop their children off, go to work, and know that they're right down the street. So thank you all very, 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 very much. And I think maybe now, if we could direct your attention back to the sign area, I think that's where we're maybe going to do some big people and little people shovels in the ground for the new beginnings.